There is a silence here that feels wrong. Not peaceful, not calm. It presses against your ears. The lights are gone. The windows are dark. Even during the day, this place feels like night. When you stand still, you feel it, like someone is standing just behind you, watching, waiting, not moving. This building was not made to scare people. It was built to help them. Families brought their loved ones here, hoping for care, for answers, for relief. They believed these walls would protect them. But something inside these halls changed, and whatever happened here did not stay in the past. This asylum was built in the early 1900s, at a time when mental illness was poorly understood. Fear often replaced knowledge. People who did not fit into society were labeled as broken. The building was placed far from the city, surrounded by trees, cut off from normal life. Doctors believed isolation could quiet the mind. Silence was considered medicine. At first, the asylum was praised. Newspapers called it advanced, modern, a place of hope. It had wide hallways, high windows, and strict routines. Order was everything. But hope does not survive overcrowding. As the years passed, patients arrived faster than the asylum could handle. Depression, anxiety, trauma, epilepsy, even grief. Many people were sent here not because they were dangerous, but because their families did not know what else to do. Beds were added wherever space allowed. Rooms meant for one person held 3 or 4. Privacy disappeared. Noise never stopped. Patients followed strict schedules: when to eat, when to sleep, when to speak. Silence was enforced. Disobedience was punished. Some patients were placed in isolation rooms, small, cold, no windows. The reason was not always violent behavior. Sometimes it was crying too much. Sometimes refusing treatment. Sometimes nothing written at all. Medical records show common treatments of the time: electroshock therapy, heavy sedation, physical restraints. Electroshock therapy was described as safe and effective. In reality, it was often done without explanation. Patients were held down. Many did not understand what was happening. Some screamed. Others stopped reacting entirely. Staff shortages were constant. Nurses worked long shifts. Doctors were overwhelmed. Mistakes became normal. Kindness became rare. Patients were not seen as people anymore. They were cases, numbers, files. Their fear became routine. Letters written by patients still exist. Some beg to go home. Some say they are not sick. Some stop mid-sentence, as if taken away before they could finish. Families were often kept in the dark. Visits were limited. Information was controlled. When patients changed, families were told it was part of healing. But healing does not erase a person. Many patients stayed for years. Some spent their entire lives here. They watched seasons change through barred windows. They forgot what freedom felt like. And slowly, this place stopped being a hospital. It became a warehouse for suffering. Then something strange happened. The asylum closed. Not slowly, not over time. Suddenly. Official explanations were vague. Budget issues, structural concerns, staff reorganization, but none of it explained the missing paperwork. Entire patient logs disappeared. Treatment records ended abruptly. Some patients were transferred, others were released, and some had no clear outcome recorded at all. Names appear in intake forms, then vanish.
Walking through the building now feels like interrupting something unfinished. Rust covers the beds, mattresses are torn open, wheelchairs sit in hallways facing walls, shoes remain under beds, bottles of medication still line dusty shelves. In some rooms, calendars are frozen on the same year. In others, scratch marks line the walls, not dramatic, not violent, just repeated, slow, human. Some doors are sealed shut, no explanation, no warning signs, just silence. It feels less like people left and more like they were removed.
No graves were ever found on the property. No official reports of mass deaths. And yet, the numbers do not match. Families asked questions. They were given paperwork, technical language, closed answers. What happened to the missing patients was never clarified. This building does not need ghosts to feel heavy. The weight comes from what was ignored, from what was erased, from stories that ended without witnesses. Some places are not haunted by spirits. They are haunted by truth that was never spoken.
The asylum is silent now, but silence is not the same as empty.